Former President George W. Bush is entering his gravy years, high-kicking it in Calgary with an audience that actually paid to hear him speak, cracking jokes about the housing market, and in our third story in the countdown, promising all of us a book, not just any book, a book with an authoritarian voice. That's right, he said authoritarian. More on that in a second. In his first post-presidential speech yesterday, the former president did at least exhibit a great deal of respect for the current one, quoting, "I'm not going to spend my time criticizing him. There are plenty of critics in the arena. He deserves my silence." Mr. Bush said he wants Obama to succeed and, quote, "I think it is essential that he be helped in office." Of course, the former president doesn't really need to criticize President Obama when his former vice president does it with such relish, as Dick Cheney did 3 years ago, and not for the first time. So Mr. Bush was free to discuss other matters before the invitation-only crowd of 2,000 people who paid $3,100 a table. Bush joked, quote, "I actually paid for a house last fall. I think I'm the only American to have bought a house in the fall of 2008. And he said it will be fun to write. His book, quote, is going to be the 12 toughest decisions I had to make. I'm going to put people in my place, so when the history of this administration is written, at least there's an authoritarian voice saying exactly what happened." Perhaps the former president meant authoritative voice, or maybe he meant exactly what he said. Let's call in Jim Moore, co-author of Bush's Brain, and now online at both HuffingtonPost.com and MoreThink.com. And Jim, thanks for your time tonight.
Hi, David.
Former President Bush will tell his story in an authoritarian voice. Freudian slip or just sheer honesty there?
You know, maybe the truth about all of us is revealed by our malapropisms. Who knows? I don't think that the president knows the difference in the context here between authoritative and authoritarian. The irony, of course, is that there are tens of millions of people in this country and around the world who think that he did run a near authoritarian government at a minimum. But I think this is just a stumble in speaking. It's probably similar to the one that he made on the campaign trail, where he said that he felt a certain issue would resonate with the voters rather than resonate with the voters. So probably nothing insidious here. I think he just stumbled, as he often does.